This is episode number 349, Fitness in Under 3 Minutes, brought to you by Smith Street Paleo. Leading on from episode number 347, where we're talking about natural sources of sugar, it's very fitting that we go into, is fruit good for me as a topic? We did mention fruit in there. Some people have contacted us and said, how much fruit? Asked a load of questions. So in the next 2.5 minutes now, we're going to debunk fruit.
I mean, in every diet, we need a certain amount of sugar.
Yeah.
We don't need too much, we don't need too little. And I think that's where the big misconception of the amount of fruit that we consume happens.
Agreed.
Fruit contains a lot of fructose, which is sugar.
Yeah.
And like you said, like we talked about right before, was that the thick skin versus the thin skin.
Yeah. That's something to look out for, isn't it? If you say, and this is a general guide, if you look at the thick-skinned fruits like banana, pineapple, mangoes, and stuff, they're all quite a thick-skinned fruit. They're a lot higher in sugar levels than the thin-skinned fruits.
That's why they taste so sweet as well.
That's why they taste so sweet, and that's why we get such a interesting hit from them, I guess. So if we can say as a guide, move away from the thick-skinned fruits and closer to thin-skinned fruits. Thin-skinned fruits is a tongue twister, are the ones that we sort of know more as the antioxidant fruits. Stuff like berries, so blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. They're not quite as sweet, and the skin on them is a lot thinner as well.
And they're a lot more expensive, and that's probably why most people tend to just go for bananas, stuff like that.
I guess a banana is a lot more filling. Like you say, you probably get a banana over here in Dubai for a couple of dirhams, where you'd get a punnet of blueberries for maybe 16 or 18 dirhams, and if you had 1 or 2 bananas, you'd be full, but even from a punnet of blueberries, you wouldn't be so full. People say as well, and I think this is an interesting one, how much fruit should I have? And now listen, if you're on 4 chocolate bars a day and you can substitute those 4 chocolate bars a day for 4 bananas,
go for it.
Go for it. Really do it. But I think people start to try and eat healthy, and they'll put in 5 or 6 pieces of fruit a day. I've seen it. Apples, oranges. Yeah. Oranges is another thick-skinned one. Bananas, mangoes, and then they're still taking in a lot of sugar into the system.
And how active are you in your day? I mean, you train 3 times a day, then it might be okay to take 3 or 4 bananas.
Absolutely.
But if you're only training 1 hour a day and the other 10, 11 hours of your waking time, you're set at a desk. I mean, then it doesn't really work.
And I think that leads into sort of one of the final points is, when is a good time to have it? And we get asked that question a lot. It's really dependent on how active you are and what level of sport you're doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good as a pick-me-up for sport. Sometimes it's good to replace those sugars. Sometimes it's good because your blood sugar is just low, but it's really dependent on the individual.
Exactly.
There we go, folks. Is fruit good for me? That's fitness in under 3 minutes.